What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new video. All right, let's get right to it. I was watching another channel that I subscribe to, a trucking channel called Life on 18 Wheels. Life on 18 Wheels. Check it out if you're interested in trucking, tanker, cooking in the truck, traveling with a pet, or nice driving shots. It's a good channel. Anyway, he was showing something that happened to him that happens to me a lot, and I've been wanting to talk about it. And after seeing that he's going through it, I said, all right, it's time for me to talk about it. So I'm going to show you the clip real quick from his channel. It's only like 30 seconds long. Don't worry. And so check this out, and then when we get back, we'll talk about it.
Folks at the fuel island's not even getting fuel. We stopped over here in Hazen, Arkansas to get us some fuel. Don't necessarily need to do a 30-minute break right now, but it looks like I'm gonna be here for 30 minutes with all these trucks. Nobody wants to do the fuel island like they're supposed to be doing. You get your fuel, you pull up, you go inside, get your receipt, and then you get off out the way for the next person to get his fuel and pull up. Don't take a 30-minute break at the fuel island. Don't do a dirty 30 is what we call it out here, a dirty 30. That is nonsense. This is nonsense. Anyways, there's my complaining for the day right there.
These drivers pull up to the pump, they get out the truck, they go in the store, they go do number 2 on the toilet bowl, they go to Subway and Arby's and get their sandwiches, they get other drinks, who knows what they do, and then they come out and pump their fuel, which isn't right. This is some video that I just shot today as I was leaving a Love. Every lane is taken except for the one that the Love service truck is blocking, and not one pump is actually being used. It's the new pandemic. First we had COVID, now we have this. I made a little video of the last time I got fuel to show y'all how it's done. Now, professional drivers, y'all know how it's done, but there's probably some steering wheel holders watching this channel right now, and maybe they're gonna be offended, but this is how you're supposed to do it. You can see there's people waiting and all the lanes are taken. Now notice Werner doesn't stop at the yellow line. That's because he pulled up to the pump and went in the store first and did his business first. Anyway, I use the app to activate the pump. So once you do that, you get your fuel, of course, clean your windshield, of course, and headlights if they're that caked up. Once you finish fueling, you pull up to the yellow line. That's when you can get out the truck and go in the store. How long should you spend in the store? I'd say 10 minutes, but definitely no longer than 15 minutes. If you're going to be more than 15 minutes, go park in one of the empty spots in the lot. While I was making this, I thought about all the unwritten rules of trucking and how they're disappearing. Now, I never ask y'all to leave a comment. I never try to trick y'all into it by saying, I want to know what you think. Leave me a comment. Tell me what... But now I'm going to break my rule and ask y'all to leave a comment. Truck drivers. Of all the unwritten rules of trucking, like you don't do your break at the pump, you don't park on the yellow line in the parking lot where another driver can't get into the spot next to you. You flash your lights to say come on over, you flash your lights to say thank you. There's plenty that I'm not mentioning. Let's say, hypothetically, they all were going to disappear tomorrow, but you could save one of them. Which one would y'all save? What's the one rule of trucking, if you had the option or the opportunity to save it, that you would save? So anyway, I'm finally asking y'all to leave a comment. Leave a comment down below. You know how those other YouTubers, some of them will point. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I love reading your comment. I'm the only one that cares about y'all. I care what you think. I really do, man. I'm starting to sound like Bernie Mac. I care what y'all think, man. But anyway, so yeah, drop a comment. What's the one trucking rule that you would save if you had like a magic wand? Or one trucking rule that you would bring back that's already disappeared? How about that one, old timers? I got the bypass light for these scales when you're into Arizona on I-10. The guy in front of me, the sign said truck must exit, and he just went. Them foreign drivers, they don't care, man. About half of them or more, they don't stop at scales. They're like, you got to come chase me down because I ain't stopping. What are you going to do? Send me back to Turkmenistan or wherever? They just don't care. But you know, when I was talking about that other channel, Life on 18 Wheels, you might like it if you like this and that. I was like, man, that channel's everything that my channel's not. I don't know why anybody would watch my channel. Everybody tells me, you need more driving shots. You need to stop talking about truck stop bathrooms. You need to stop. So I don't know, man. Hey, here's the thing. I gotta be me. I think that's a Sammy Davis Jr. song, ain't it? I gotta be me. I gotta be me. So I'm gonna keep on being me and doing my channel my way. I gotta be me. I gotta be me. I'm at the third Loves I stopped at today. Sidney, Nebraska, North Platte, Nebraska, and now Aurora, Nebraska. I need a PM. Basically an oil change and a grease job. In Sidney, they said it's going to be a 6-hour wait. I was like, no, I'm out of here. I'm going to go down to North Platte. I got to North Platte. They said it'll be an hour wait. Great. They pull me in, and I have a story about that. They pull me in, and an hour and a half later, they called me and said, oh, we couldn't do the PM because we don't have the right filters. So that was 2.5 hours. So 2 hours down the road. Now I'm in Aurora, Nebraska. I had to look up the part numbers. Yeah, we got them all. It'll be 30 minutes before we could get you in. So I separated from the trailer, and I'm just sitting here waiting for this phone call. It's been more than 30 minutes, but I don't care. As long as they have all the parts and I get this done today, I guess I'll be happy. Well, that's it for this part of the video. If you're not sticking around for story time, then I want to thank y'all for joining me and sticking with me this far. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you on another one. If you are sticking around for story, hey, look, last week I got some good feedback. People like my story time. If you're comparing it to baseball, it was a home run. Today's story time might just be a double due to a shortstop error or something. Or an outfielder error. You're probably not going to hit a double because of a shortstop error. They can't all be home runs, but it's all right. It's all right. So if you're sticking around for story time, let's do story time. So I was at the Loves, the middle Loves, the one that didn't have the right filters and stuff. And I was in the little room where you check your truck in. There was another guy in there, another driver, a little older than me. And he saw the logo on my shirt for the company. He goes, hey, how they treat you over there? I said, oh, it's pretty good. I don't have any real complaints. He goes, how's the money? He said it like that. I said, it's good, man. I mean, I make 72 cents a mile. He goes, oh, really? That's more than I make. Okay. He said, but I don't need the money. I'm worth $1.6 million. I have a $100,000 fifth wheel camper and $100,000 cash in the bank. I said, oh, okay, congratulations. He said, I don't need to work, but I'm too young to retire. Now, as soon as people start talking like that, especially truck drivers, my immediate thought is, how do I extract myself from this situation? Because I hate it. Now, luckily, the guy at the Loves behind the counter bailed me out. He's like, oh, he asked the guy a question, and I deftly, whoop, snuck out the door. Get me out of there. I don't want to hear any more of this. An hour later, Loves calls. Hey, we're ready for your truck. Disconnect from your trailer and pull around to the back of Bay 1. All right. I was already disconnected because I know the drill. I pull around to Bay 1. Who's waiting for me there? The same guy with his shorts and flip-flops. So I'm pulling into the bay. This guy, $1.6 million man, is following me in where he's not supposed to be, in the service bay, right? Especially dressed like that. I get out the truck. He's right by my steps. I mean, standing right next to my steps. I climb out and we're shoulder to shoulder. So he says, so young man, tell me about this company. I was like, all right, well, where do you live? Why does it matter where I live? I got a $100,000 fifth wheel camper. I can live anywhere I want. I was like, whoa. I said, it matters where you live because they want you to live kind of close to the terminal you're going to be working out of. Well, where's all the terminals? So I rattled off about 3. The ones that I knew would not really be too appealing. Baytown, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Gilmer, Texas. And sure enough, he instantly lost interest in it. And he just starts talking to me about all the money he's got at this point. So I'm not gonna like burden you with listening to all of that, but why do I not like having those conversations? I'm sure people do that to y'all, right? Like as soon as you meet them, they're telling you either about all of their stuff and how much money they have and how great they are, or what's even worse is they start telling you about their health problems. Do you have that guy? As soon as you meet him, yeah, I had surgery the other week about it. I don't want to know about your surgery, bro. And then the worst is guy who pulls out his phone and he's showing you, here's the pictures of the open festering wound that I had. Like, come on, man. Anyway, sure enough, I was right. The little fantasy about all the money turns into, I got a $1.6 million house in San Diego, but I don't live in it because I got a divorce. Ah, okay. My $100,000 fifth wheel camper that he mentioned no fewer than 5 times and only referred to it as a $100,000 fifth wheel camper. That's his house. He lives in it, right? So he probably has a note on that and owes a lot of money on it. Probably has a mortgage out still on the $1.6 million house in San Diego that his wife has, ex-wife has, and probably can't even afford to pay the property taxes. I'm sure they're pretty high in the 619. If only I knew somebody that lived in San Diego that I could ask. That's why I don't talk to those people. They're always telling you about what they got, but when you really break it down, you wouldn't be at a Love's hounding other drivers about for another truck driving job, right? If you're worth $1.6 million, why don't you put it in some type of investment that just has a 5% yearly return? That's 80 grand, which is what he's making hauling milk. That's right. I saw the trailer. It's a milk trailer. So you could just make the same amount of money on a 5% annual yield. If you can find something that's 10%, now you're making $160,000 a year, which is double what you're making now. And you want to haul milk? Who wants to haul milk? There's this app. It's a website for a trucker forum. It's called Trucker Report. And when you go to Trucker Report, there's different different categories, and one is tanker. And I looked up milk hauling, and this dude was like, you do not want to be a milk hauler. It's long hours, plenty of delays. You can't idle your truck, even if it's 100 degrees, that you can't idle your truck. And so you have to roll your windows down. And because it's a dairy farm, what's on a dairy farm? Flies. So your whole cab becomes filled with flies. Look, man, if I want to be swarmed by flies, I'd move to India, right? I hear they got a little bit of a fly problem in India. So I'm not going to be living in America having a fly infestation in my truck. So anyway, anytime I get around guys like that, I'm instantly like, okay, man, I gotta go. I gotta go, man. So, you know what? I gotta go right now. This is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you watching it. And I hope to see you on the next one. And until the next one, this is Jason, signing out.